All right, let's get to the weather right now. Dante, you've been tracking the storms and timing those out too. We've really had some downpours in the area.
Yes, we have already a significant amount of rain. It's been a soaking rain here in Charleston, and there's another line making its way through Huntington and towards the Kanawha Valley that will be here between 1 and 2 o'clock. And that will also bring a chance for localized flooding, especially along those poor drainage areas, but also severe weather. Right now, the southern portion of this area of storms has my attention. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect through 12:30 into Pike County, Kentucky, and a brand new one now in effect through 1 o'clock for parts of Mingo County here in West Virginia. A tornado is possible with this storm. It's all by itself, and it's moving eastward at 50 miles an hour. There you see it there. It's closing in on Phelps really fast. Quarter-size hail also a possibility, as well as some damaging 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So some of the areas within the path of this severe storm include Devon, Warncliffe, even all the way up towards Spratsville and US 52. That's where that warning goes through about 1 o'clock today. If this storm continues to intensify, it may strengthen. Looking at the colors here, there is some weak rotation back there in central Pike County. That's going to make its way towards the Phelps area here within the next 5 minutes. So just seek some shelter away from windows and preferably on the lowest floor with this storm. Flooding also a concern. A flood watch is in effect here for our eastern mountain counties, and some areas into our tri-state zones are also experiencing heavy rain or have seen it. 1 inch to 1.5 inches has already fallen here in parts of Carter, Boyd, and Greenup counties. Into Kentucky, flash flood warning still in effect through 1:45. That we are also going to be monitoring some of the creeks and streams. These are flood warnings into southeast Ohio and northern Kentucky for the potential of creeks and streams to rise. Some of those flood warnings might be expanded as we head into West Virginia deeper into the afternoon, but any storm that does make its way through could also be capable of 60-mile-an-hour gusts and a tornado. And here's that line I was talking about here, making its way now through Wayne County, and these storms appear to be strengthening as they push their way towards Hamlin. No warnings just yet, but we'll have to keep a close watch on it. They would arrive here in Charleston between 1 and 2 o'clock, and they're moving pretty fast with the potential of heavy rain. So here's the picture. Low pressure is spinning around through parts of Kentucky, pushing its way eastward, and that low is most likely right around the tri-state right now, and that's what's fueling these strong and severe storms. So through 1 and 2 o'clock, there is a chance for gusty winds and heavy rain here in Charleston. We'll have to keep an eye on that band. Notice by 3 and 4, the heaviest activity now pushes into the eastern mountains. A little bit drier in the Kanawha Valley, even towards Huntington by 6 and 7. I believe there will be some scattered showers to keep an eye on, maybe even a thunderstorm or two later tonight by 9 and 10 o'clock. And then the activity tries to dry out into Saturday. But unfortunately, we're not done yet. We've got a secondary cold front that will push through tomorrow, and that's going to fuel some showers and storms, especially into our southern zones as we head into the afternoon. So Sunday, the first day of June, that will be the winning day of the weekend. I'm hopeful by about 5, 6 o'clock, things will wrap up on Saturday, and it will be a drier day for sure. But notice, Futurecast already putting a couple of gusty storms. Some of these may be severe. There is the chance of a weak spin-up tornado. But once you head up into the northern counties, that's where the north winds could pull a little bit of wildfire smoke down. Now, this will be higher up in the sky, so you're not necessarily going to be experiencing air quality issues, but you might notice a interesting color or maybe some smog high up there. And that will be the theme here in Charleston by 6 and 7 o'clock, with a couple more showers and storms down in Kentucky and the southern coal fields. So overall, event totals for rainfall could be anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. We still have another inch at least to come here in Charleston. But by the time this is over, likely going to see some creek and stream rises in our western counties and then into southeastern Kentucky as well. The flood watches do continue into the eastern mountains through early Saturday morning. Sunday into June, a little bit nicer in the 70s, and we get that warmer weather. The heat comes back on for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, warming up into the 80s here with another storm chance on the way by Thursday as well.